So hello, everybody. I'm Laura Redfern. I'm going to be talking about how to make potentially scary situations a little less scary today. And I'm going to use the probably familiar situation of fire drills. So do you remember when you were a kid in school and you had a fire drill? Everyone got up and lined up at the door and followed the teacher outside. You hung around for a little while. Maybe you were really happy because you didn't have to take that test or do that quiz that you weren't prepared for. And then everybody got the all clear and filed back in. So other than a little bit of disruption in your day, it probably actually wasn't that scary because it was routine, you'd practiced it before, and you pretty much knew what was coming, probably. So I'm going to take that analogy into 3 financial areas and see how we can apply it to have some practice, some familiarity with the situation, and overall have calm when facing a potentially scary situation. First, let's talk about the first fire, which is cash security. Okay, I'm talking about cash flow. And the fire in this situation, or the threat, is that your income disappears and you fear not being able to pay your bills. Super scary. So what can you do to take the scariness out of that potential situation? Well, the idea here, the drill, is to have an emergency fund. And we saw this so much play out in the past 2 years. What that means is it's very simple. Don't overthink this. An emergency fund is simply a separate savings account. So it's not something you just leave in your checking account. It's not a savings account that saves for everything. This should just be a separate account that's just for emergencies. You can probably open one next to your checking account wherever you bank. It is for safety, not growth. So people will often ask me, well, but Laura, I don't make anything in this savings account. It makes 0.01 interest. Is that stupid to have money in there? Well, yes, if you have all of your savings in there and it's a large amount, you probably could do better. But for this, when we're talking about the fire drill and the emergency, the point is to have the money there when you need it, not to grow. So I don't care if you are not making anything for this particular tool. I want it to be there when you need it. So don't go investing this. Ryan was talking about some investing things earlier and how much they're volatile. This is just for safety, not growth. How much? A lot of people ask me this. 3 to 6 months worth of expenses is the rule of thumb for Financial Planning 101. Keep that in mind. It's not 3 to 6 months worth of income. It's expenses. So that means you need to take a look at your budget, see what a normal month looks like for you, multiply that times 3, and then double that, and you have your range. And I guarantee you, when you look at that number, you're going to think of, oh, this is what will make me feel safe and secure and take the scariness out of this potential fire. You'll notice. The next security that I want to talk about is insurance. Now, this is maybe a little bit different than what you're thinking, but let's walk through it. The fire in this is the threat, the danger, experiencing a dramatic physical event, like your house broken into, you're having a car wreck, a medical emergency, terrible things that I don't wish on anyone. But let's say you're facing a situation like this. What can really help? What's the drill part? Having an insurance inventory. So I'm not preaching about what type of insurance that you have. All I'm saying is have a list of what you have, because the whole point of insurance is to be able to use it when you need it, right? So how will you know who to contact when you need it? It would really stink if you have to go through your files and your papers while you're already stressed out because you're experiencing an event. So if you have an inventory, which is simply a list of what you have and who to call, that will bring such peace of mind. You'll know what you have, and you may even see some gaps and realize, oh, wow, maybe I need to update my insurance. When's the last time you updated your coverage? If it's been several years, maybe you should call up that insurance agent or figure that out and realize that maybe you need to update. That also sometimes means subtracting some insurance. Maybe you had a mortgage and you had some life insurance to help offset that risk. Maybe now the mortgage is paid off and you don't really need that anymore. Could be an expense that you don't need. So just reviewing your insurance is a great idea and can bring great peace of mind. By the way, if you don't have an insurance inventory, if you're not sure what that list should look like, send me an email. I have an insurance inventory. It's very simple. It's an Excel spreadsheet. I'll be happy to email that to you. Finally, investing. Well, this is a familiar one with what we've been talking about recently. The threat in this scenario is a huge stock market crash. Ooh, does that sound familiar? Resulting in a significant financial loss. So the drill, what's the solution here? Having an investment strategy and or manager that you can trust. Now, I'm not saying that you will be bulletproof and never experience a downturn if you are invested in the markets. Guys, it's part of the game. It's natural, it's healthy, it's okay. But what you need for this peace of mind is to have a strategy or manager that you understand and that you trust. Let me tell you what we do and why. Ryan was talking about how Shadowridge is invested recently. Well, we believe that an active manager who is watching these things, who can take proactive measures as we have done, as he explained, that to our clients brings great peace of mind. They know that when they hear these headlines, that's not what their investments are invested in. They have a manager who has gotten them out of the way of that bus months ago. I'm not saying that active management is for everybody, but I'm saying it's something to consider because it brings a lot of our clients peace of mind. Regardless of what you do in your investing life, know your strategy, understand your why. Why do you hold any particular investment that you have? And how much of a loss can you sustain and still be okay financially and mentally? Understand these parameters and talk about them with your investment manager. That will bring you great peace of mind. So as a recap, today we've talked about fire drills. These are how you make potentially really scary situations slightly less scary. It's with practice, familiarity, and it brings you calm. So in conclusion, by going through these fire drills in your financial life, you build your resilience. That's a great buzzword that we've been hearing a lot right now, is trying to build resilience. It doesn't mean that things in life won't happen to you. It means you can deal with them when they come along. That helps to build your confidence, and that helps to build your mental and physical health. And don't we all want to be like this cute puppy right here, relaxing back, just having a great old time? Well, you can do that if you practice your fire drills. If you have questions on this, please contact one of us. We're more than happy to help you figure that out and bring you that peace of mind.